Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing the Friday games from the Sweet 16 in the NCAA Tournament, and we are talking right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, guy who's had 30 years of success. Been doing this since the late 80s. Unbelievable. Survivor. Joe Duffy, OffshoreInsiders.com. All right, Utah and Duke. This is a tough one. We'll see what all your experience can tell us about this one. Utah right now a 5.5-point underdog. That line has gone up a little bit. It was 5 a day ago. And Utah got past Georgetown by a margin, a win and a cover. That was kind of an impressive performance by Utah. You know, in the first 3 quarters of the season, of the regular season, Utah was looking like a systematically undervalued team, and a team that was just a great team to bet on in any situation, week in and week out, game in and game out. Then, of course, last quarter of the regular season, they seemed lost and completely tanked, both straight up and against the spread. But now here in the tournament, maybe they're back again. How much are they back? I don't know, but even if they are fully back, now they're going up against the powerhouse Duke, and the line has increased a little bit. Right now it's Duke minus 5.5, and Duke is also 6-1 against spread over their last 7 games. So Duke is not one of these top teams that's been overvalued. They've been undervalued recently. So I don't know what to make of this. What's your take on it, Joe? Duke minus 5.5.
There is no bigger cliche than when people, or more wrong cliche than when people say that defense wins championships. They'd rather go with the better defensive team. And in fact, as I said, I use the Ken Pom ratings where I believe it is 6 of the top 7 offenses are still alive according to offensive efficiency, while only 6 of the top 34 defenses are still alive. And this is kind of an offensive versus defensive battle. Duke, the number 2 offensive efficiency in the country. They get 122.2 points per 100 possessions. They're not so great on defense, only 49th in the country. Meanwhile, Utah, a little bit of the opposite. I mean, they're very solid. They do have a good offense, 18th offensive efficiency, but number 7 defensive efficiency, allowing only 90.4 points. But what happened? Duke, they played San Diego State, one of the country's top defenses by every single defensive statistic, had them as one of the best defenses, and Duke's offense beat them. They shot 55% of the field, and they've done very well against teams that are in the Sweet 16, going 7-1. Both of these conferences have actually done very well in the tournament, where the Pac-10 has actually surprised some people, but the ACC, as expected, has done extremely well, where they're 11-1 straight up. The ACC is, of course, they've got to not only win, but they need to cover. But with Brandon Taylor, he's been in a bit of a slump for the Utes. You know, in this late in conference play, he started to slump, but he's been pretty inconsistent. And you know what? For Utah to have any chance of covering, they need to get some production for him, and this is not the situation to be inconsistent. Sorry, folks. Throw those cliches out. Offense is going to cover here. Duke, the better offense, will beat the defense again.
That is how the line movement has gone so far. Right now, it's Duke minus 5.5. Awesome analysis, as always, Joe Duffy. And tell us what your website, OffshoreInsiders.com, is all about. You do this kind of analysis at your website too, right?
You got it. Not only am I excited about the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, the Final 4, and then the championship game, but you know what? There's a lot more winning in baseball ahead of us over the next couple months. I've been picking baseball winners, underdogs, and small favorites for years, since 1988. Publicly, Joe Duffy's picks now at OffshoreInsiders.com.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Joe.